Who doesn't like to eat cheese?
I do, but I'm scared I'll put on weight.
So you don't want to have that double burst gooey cheese pizza or cheese fondue or queso or cheesy sandwiches?
Yum, of course, sometimes. I can't help it, it's so delicious.
Of course, who doesn't like cheese? But what if I told you that cheese is actually good for you?
Really?
4 out of the 5 blue zones, that is those regions of the world where the people live the longest and healthiest lives, have one food item in common that actually explains their longevity. And guess what that ingredient is?
Cheese!
Yes, but here is the caveat. Not all cheese are equal, and hence you may not get the real benefits if you don't have the right kind of cheese. Hi, I'm Dr. Sanoba Feza Doctor. I'm a board certified dermatologist and integrative health practitioner. I truly believe that nourishing yourself from the inside is the key towards achieving healthy skin, hair, and aging in a healthy manner. I know a lot of people shy away from eating certain foods, probably due to the ignorance or misinformation. So today I'm going to clear your concepts about cheese, all the benefits associated with it, and how you can incorporate this wonder ingredient in your diet.
Let's get started.
The main problem is that most dairy cows today are often raised with growth hormones and antibiotics, which can compromise milk quality and introduce unwanted residues into dairy products. Also, most dairy products in the United States come from a breed of cows such as Holstein. These are the classic black and white cows that we see that contain a highly inflammatory milk protein called casein A1. Now, casein A1 is a lectin-like protein, and it was actually caused by a mutation in cows roughly around 2000 years ago. It has been found that this A1 protein can produce an autoimmune type of reaction on the beta cell of pancreas. We know if this happens, it can cause diabetes.
Oh no!
This is also the reason why so many people cannot tolerate cheese. They might have an upset stomach and subsequently leaky gut, which is one of the root causes of inflammation and other things happening within the body. You might have heard from your friends or colleagues who are apparently lactose intolerant that when they visit France or Italy and gorge on gelato there is no stomach upset, no reactions, just happiness and enjoyment.
This is exactly what happened to Jenny. She has been suffering from lactose intolerance all her life. But during her trip to Italy, I couldn't help but notice all her pics on Insta were having ice cream or gelato.
So why should this happen? This is because the milk source in these regions comes from cows that have the A2 protein. Other animals that have this good protein include goats and sheep. Also, an even better way of consuming dairy, especially cheese, is having it raw. So please support your local farmer. You will not only get raw cheese but even raw milk and other products that contain live enzymes which are actually very good for you and your gut. If you don't have access to a local farm, one of the best places to get true raw and authentic cheese, at least in the United States, is from Raw Farms USA. Their raw cheese is available in most states today in the grocery store, and they are doing a great job to make good quality raw cheese available today widely. But no matter where you are, you just have to make sure that you're getting your cheese from the right source.
Understood. Are there any particular varieties of cheese that we should be getting?
Parmigiano Reggiano cheese from Italy is an aged cheese that is really great for you. I will be taking the names of certain cheeses, and as far as I am aware, they are available in most parts of the world today. So we have Parmigiano Reggiano from Italy, then goat's milk cheeses, feta cheese, goat's milk brie, goat's milk mozzarella. I think now we even get goat's milk cheddar cheese. So any goat's milk cheese is great. There are great sheep milk cheeses available too. Pecorino Romano, Pecorina Sarda.
Don't pay attention to my pronunciation, it might be wrong.
But even feta cheese from sheep and Manchego are all great sheep milk cheeses. Buffalo mozzarella, commonly called mozzarella di buffalo, is also a good option. If you're not able to get good quality local cheese, then try to look for aged cheeses that come from Switzerland or Europe. And if you can find them, try to look for the word raw written on the label. The reason why raw cheese is better, it is because the bacteria in raw cheese that isn't pasteurized actually makes compounds in the fermentation process that can help reduce our satiety.
So this means we will feel less hungry.
Studies have shown that the pasteurization process unfortunately kills a lot of the healthy good bacteria that help improve human health. Contrary to what people believe, eating cheese does not make you fat. I eat cheese every single day. Do I look fat?
I might look plump and healthy.
But I'm guessing not fat.
I always wondered how Europeans eat cheese and bread and drink wine and still look like $1,000,000.
Now you know why. It's not the ingredient that is the devil, but it is the source and how we have commercialized it that is the real problem. In fact, studies have shown that having cheese can reduce the risk of coronary artery disease progression. In simple words,
Less chances of a heart attack.
but if you are someone who just can't tolerate cheese, even if it comes from A2 cows, goat, or sheep,
What can I do?
you can try having good substitutes like ricotta cheese made from almonds.
Alrighty, but how much cheese can I have at a time?
Believe it or not, there are people I know who eat 1 to 3 ounces of cheese a day and do extremely well. Now, your local doctor might say,
Oh my, your LDL cholesterol is going up. Stop eating.
but looking only at LDL cholesterol tells you very little. Yes, but it was after my training in anti-aging and regenerative medicine that I realized that simply looking at only the lipid profile, the simple lipid profile that we always get ordered, is going to tell you very little. There are other things that you need to look into. The most important thing being whether that LDL cholesterol is being oxidized. And it has been found that those who regularly consume cheese might have high LDL, but they don't actually oxidize their LDL.
That's good, right?
Yes.
Can you sum up the benefits of having cheese again, please? I need to send this to my friend.
One of the great benefits of cheese is that they are a very rich source of vitamin K2. Vitamin K2 actually helps absorb vitamin D from the gut, reabsorb it from the kidney, and helps to deposit the calcium into your bone where it is actually needed and not in your blood vessels.
So cheese can have a lot of benefit for you even though you think it is bad for you.
Also, fermented dairy products like cheese contain probiotics, and more importantly, they contain postbiotics, which are the products of bacteria eating the sugars in the cheese. Now, having probiotics is great, but it is the postbiotics in cheese that gives the real benefit. Aged cheese is also very rich in spermidine. I can speak for an hour on this wonder molecule itself, but what you need to know is that this has proven anti-aging benefits. Some of the longest living people in the world live on these cheese products. So don't be afraid to include cheese into your diet. Enjoy your mac and cheese, your pizza loaded with cheese, or simply have a cube of cheese with your meal guilt-free. Just make sure you source it from the right place. Alrighty, don't keep this information to yourself. Share the video with your friends and family so that we can help more people make educated and good choices. If you enjoyed watching the video, do give it a thumbs up and make sure you have subscribed to the channel if you haven't already so that you don't miss out on any new update. Feel free to leave your questions or feedback in the comments below. Continue to glow, thrive and shine as always. Take care.
I'll see you soon.